Hey guys, Tyler here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Alliance of Defiance. Playing today spawning in the south we have the world, playing as OKW, who has Luftwaffe ground forces, ground offensive, and Overwatch. Teaming up with him is Smile, also as OKW, who has Breakthrough, Overwatch, and Elite Armored. From the north we have A8 playing as US forces and immediately going for Airborne, and finally A13 as Brits, who has Vanguard, Mobile Assault, and Royal Artillery. Random team for the Axis. Both players are around rank 170 with OKW random 2s. And arranged team for the Allies. No surprises there. They're around rank 400 at the moment as an arranged team, but basically they've basically just completed their placement matches, and other ranks suggest that they are of a suitable rank range to make the top 200. Well, other top 200 ranks, some other modes and factions and whatnot. So I'll give them a pass on that. Bit of a shame, didn't finish off that tank trap there. Probably would have been worth taking like 2 or so seconds worth of damage just to finish that off, but not a huge deal. Universal carrier over here. In the meantime, the Vickers not really having a fun time. Trying to set it up there, not having much luck. Universal carrier going in for a bit of a push on their Sturmies, but that doesn't really work out too well for A13 either. So pushing them so that they can't potentially wipe that on retreats was a good play overall. Do remember that, you know, the Universal Carrier, unlike other vehicles such as like the Kubel or the M3A1, quite bad performance at the point blank, better at long range, so driving it close like this tends not to be as effective. Better just like blasting away from long range if you can.
Enemy infantry firing, little bastards.
That does manage to force away quite a few of these OKW troops. The world is floating a bit, trying to go for a very early battle group over here. Very ambitious to be putting this up at the moment, but it looks like it might work out. Not going to get found in time to take so much small arms damage that it will die while in construction, so we'll see what the world can do from there with that forward position. Very nice incendiary grenade there. Slight retreat, slightly late retreat though from Smile. Switch focus fire with the Pathfinders over though. I think I would have tried to get the wipe there. Getting the wipe is just so impactful, and I think he still would have had enough firepower to win this fight anyway, even if he did chase after the wipe a bit there, so didn't really hurt the territory control either. Okay, double battle group for the Axis. So no early walking Stukas. Early walking Stuka isn't crucial on this map, but is, you know, larger than a few of the others. But yeah, no Puma potentially to shut down those allied light vehicles either. Okay, machine gun next for the world. Probably would recommend getting the Raketin as well. I know he's gone for the Shrek on the Sternpire, but just doesn't really have the range to be that effective against the Universal Carrier, which also has a pretty small target size. So anti-tank weapons already quite prone to missing. Smile switching sides here, coming across to assist on the left, abandoning the fuel over here, making some inroads. But yeah, both the OKW players going for like a low early army, coming down on the Volksgrenadiers, and that's definitely hurt their early territory control. I feel like it's just almost yeah, it's just not a good idea, in my opinion, to go for this few squads in the early stages. because maybe you can hit your tick timings like a tiny bit earlier, but I feel like you generally pay for that in just like much worse territory control, so you can't really take advantage of that earlier tick.
Support gun, ready for action.
Let's try quite a few weird builds. I'd go for like 3 squads and flak half tracks, but towards the tail end when you could be getting very close to flak half track, territory control would just be so bad that the timings would maybe be like 15-20 seconds faster, but you pay for it in the long run.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Flank attack by enemy.
Stimpies with a bit of a flank going there. No upgrade on the universal carrier so far.
Good news. The
You know
ability
that I
is
am a
ready for
very
use.
big fan of that, the upgrades on them.
You have orders.
Otherwise I feel like it's slightly lackluster. It's still good, but especially now we're getting towards the phase where the heavy hitter light vehicles can come through and tail off a bit. And yeah, at the moment looking strong for the Allied territory control, the Axis hurting. And I can't believe the world just refuses to get A13. Like, the thing about the Raketen as well is that you can still just use it to cap up territory, destroy sandbags. It's not like once you get it, it's just complete luggage. Definitely a bit more flexible than a lot of the other anti-tank guns because of that retreat functionality, so you can afford to play with it quite a lot more aggressively. Easy territory on the right hand side from Smile. Did have some Fallschirmjäger deployed by the world. Now we've finally got the upgrade on the universal carrier. Could be a wipe here, a late retreat. Clumsy stuff there from Smile. MG coming in from the side. Good incendiary grenade. Big damage from that one. But just taking a beat down from this universal carrier. 13 kills already, just slaughtering the infantry. Maybe the Sturmpies can finish the job on it. Here they come with the Shrek. Backs away, no chance. A half track on this side now as well. Gets the suppression going. And that misses on the A half track. Maybe this will finally motivate them to build an anti-tank gun, though. That's the good news. Smile is floating quite a lot of manpower at the moment. Has got the second tech truck out, so must be looking for a fast sphere. Maybe gonna try to pump out some early overs. But this has been disastrous for the Axis in terms of territory control. Just neglecting the early game this much. Beacon down over there. Some base howitzer fire coming down from the brick player now. Just the one howitzer though, hasn't got company command yet. You see that in the resources, has locked in 2 mobile assault. Got 1 squad of the recovery sappers out. Commandos yet, but they can always be deployed from this building to make some kind of impact as well. I'll just try and crawl around the side there. Could have some success as well. Okay, finally there is a Raketen coming through for the world. It's these double light vehicles that are just torturing the Axis right now. We also have one just in the field now from Smile. go, Rakitten lining up on their half track and connecting. First shot. Activates the hold fire to try and disappear into the fog as quickly as possible. And doesn't take any more damage. No attack round attempt from the world. Axis did briefly relieve the VP pressure, but about to be back under the gun down on the final VP. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Bit of a pathing hiccup there on the universal carrier, and the Rakit takes care of it finally. Didn't see how many kills it had before it died. I would imagine it would be slightly over 20 though. So it was 17, I think the last time I checked, and it was about 3 minutes ago. Sure, coming up for the world. Slightly bad positioning on this. I feel like this is going to cause some pathing issues, and also the gun facing this direction. That means it has to rotate to face any enemies. So a delay before it starts firing. I'm trying to avoid that if possible. Comes the other Rakitten.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
Doesn't quite get the shot through. A half-track driving right on past. Get a mortar pit up in the center, but under some fire. Get missing on the air half track. That one connecting though. Here comes some infantry support gunfire. Not looking to let that mortar pit upgrade or get anything going. Immediately under threat. Another squad of Fallschirmjäger coming down from the world, so it looks like he favours the Fallschirmjäger over going for Obers. More of an Ober man myself, but especially in these team games I can kind of understand it. One of the big advantages is in team games there tend to be so many more craters around. Make use of the camouflage a lot more than you can in 1v1. And now activating Valiant Assault, making a bit of a push. One anti-tank gun decruise. And Ammo could even take some big damage from those FG-42s. One of them upgraded. Good push here from the world. A half-track coming back in, suppressing one, and then fully retreating. Do remember that buff does give some received accuracy bonuses now instead of just raw offensive accuracy, so looks like it does persist into retreat and will make you a little bit more durable on retreat as well. Taking down the beacon there. It looks like the Axis have finally stabilized somewhat, pushing back onto the field. Got some good fuel control, good VP control. Allies didn't really keep things rolling into super fast mediums to keep the Axis under pressure, so that's been quite a large factor in their comeback through this phase. Major out now though. It's A13, I think, going for a hammer just then. So maybe thinking about the Comet first, about 50 fuel away from that still. Good thing about going for the Comet first is it really just punishes the Panzer IVs. Makes it so much less effective. Even though you do sacrifice a bit of pressure at this stage, the long run does work out quite nicely. Easy dodge on that grenade, and oh boy, that grenade getting stuck on the silo. And half track is above half health, so one Rakitten shot shouldn't kill it. Oh, they dropped one of the M1919s. That's bad news. Looks like the Obers have retreated though, so the Fox Medias can't actually pick that up. Maybe the captain or the rifleman can though. No, it looks like they're both double equipped. No, captain did have one slot free. Captain. It's not the ideal unit to have M1919 on, since it does have that Thompson. It's pretty bad long range. Doesn't really synergize that well. But better than that falling into the hands of the Axis. Well, we've got some base howitzer fire coming down, as well as a heavy mortar barrage. It's another reason to go for that fast hammer or anvil. A heavy mortar barrage pounding away, forcing back the infantry support gun, which has done quite a lot of damage to this, but hasn't managed to knock it out. Overwatch lock-in by Smile, by the way, who is now building a howitzer, as well as infantry support gun. The infantry support gun, I would not be building that. I'll probably be building a second Raketin at this stage. I want to go for a howitzer. Otherwise you're going to be massively lacking the anti-tank department. It does have the Sternpire Shreks, but against the Comet that's probably not going to be enough. And it looks like A8 is going to be going for Scots, so the trend that we see these days. All about the Scots. Another big push for the wheel coming through with the Valiant Assault, looking to get something going, maybe knock out this mortar pit. The Raketin there blasting away, brace activators. Bolshemiago surging forwards. Oh, big grenade onto the Obers, bundle grenade back the other way, incendiary grenade onto the mortar pit. It's all going down. The Allies under a lot of pressure. A half-track needs to switch its focus fire a bit here. Try to get suppression on a bunch of different units. Here goes the mortar pit.
The enemy have destroyed a forward emplacement.
Tank gun also decrews. We have double anti-tank guns somewhere, but they're not in position to defend against this Panzer IV. Trying to get some attack grounds going. Oh, sniper shot, long range with the Panzer IV. There goes the Ambo as well. Managing to recrew the 6-pounder. Panzer IV staying in there for the cash kill as well. Oh, here comes the Comet. Hanging around for that extra few seconds might end up costing the world his medium tank. We do have the Raketin back there. Gonna go for one last shot. And it's a good one. Good time to pull back as well, with double Raketins arriving from two different angles. So there's a strong push from the Axis, led by the Valiant Assault. Such a strong ability, that one. Got a lot of damage done. Hey, half-track, Ambo, mortar pit. But then Panzer IV goes down. The situation has stabilized as well for the Axis. They were down by over 100. Now by less than 50.
An anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
One kill so far for the howitzer. So I've been going for the US Forces base barrage. Kind of a lazy targeting on that. It's such fertile ground. If it was barraging here during that last push, it could have been devastating. Maybe the next barrage will be more fruitful. We do have the Ambo in a forward position as well, so no units lingering back here for the healing. Also reducing the effectiveness of that base attack. Oh, good shot from the Scot there, close range. Keeping missing. Comet's there as well. Nice early retreat. Axis don't have an answer to this Comet at the moment. Do have a second Raketin though from the world. It's activated Valiant Assault again, I didn't even notice that. Damage on the Comet. Double anti-tank guns are close by. Put the land mattress out for A13. The machine gun working hard. Allies under a lot of pressure here. There goes the captain. Oh, there it goes. Forward retreat point tough for A8. No mattress going after the double Raketens. Not bad targeting on that, but just doesn't really connect. One kill. Sounds like the LFH pounding away in this angle, but once again not really hitting anything. And those paratroopers coming into the wrong neighborhood there, getting massively overwhelmed 3-on-1. Really missing that 3rd star veterancy on that squad.
Ready for action.
Panther, okay, out for Smile. It's going to be good against the Comet. Finally back up to full strength again on that. Don't have the forward retreat point on this. Hasn't been upgraded yet, so pretty long retreat for the world. Probably might go for that a bit earlier, given put down that forward base so early in the game. Oh, Scots could be in some trouble. Panther there for the follow-up. No Faust though. Missed opportunity for Smile. No smoke though for A8 either on the Scot. Oh boy, and that could have been death. Just pop the smoke, you know. Don't take chances like that. Plenty of munitions. That wasn't the issue. Same story with the flak half track, you know. Just basically always hit the smoke unless you're really strapped for munitions, so I feel better safe than sorry. Trying to come in close, get them clumped up on the wrong side of cover, hoping for a big hit. Doesn't quite work out that way though. Jackson in the mix now for A8, should be a good counter to that Panther. Scouts are getting to work again. Targeting the forward retreat point this time could be pretty effective. The scatter lines up. There goes all the world's anti-tank. There's the Comet on the prowl now. And could go down on retreat. Big old USF blob here. Keep chasing with that. Oh, grenade out. Very long range grenade. Now Lamb Mattress onto the forward battle group truck. The switching sides, got the double anti-tank guns and the Jackson there though. Don't know what the anti-tank guns are shooting at. Seems like a misclick. Panther diving in a bit too deep though. Takes engine damage over here. One anti-tank gun decrewed however. And the Panther's armor holding up for the moment. I don't know why those US troops retreated just then. So the Panther's just going to be able to get away here. One shot away from death. Lost sight of it though, because no infantry.
We lost an infantry unit.
A little bit clumsy there from A8. I don't know why he retreated with the infantry. Still needed, you know, another like 40 or so damage to kill that Panther. Now the anti-tank gun's just getting blasted down. Oh! Plane's called in out the back. Assault activated by the world as well. This is nasty combo from the OKW team. Suppression kicking in on all of these US troops. Forward retreat point and they need to get out of there. Might be the end of the ambulance though. Oh, the Jackson's staying in range. Could take the next pass of anti-tank planes. We'll have to see whether it goes on the ambulance. Maybe it was targeting the ambo, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, they do get something back. Decrew on the Raketen, which was vetted up as well. Still only one kill on their howitzer, has not been terribly effective so far. The Allied VP lead has reduced even further. A13 does have quite a lot of manpower, finally spending that on some commandos. Wonder if we'll see the Brains equipped on those. A little bit low on munitions, can't get the double Brains going quite yet. Can be tough bringing in the commandos at Vet 0 if they're up against like highly vetted OKW infantry, but looks like only one of the Fallschirmjäger are well vetted, so makes it a little bit less troubling. And looks like Smile also lost his obers, fresh rebuild on those, so they're also not vetted up. So going for the commandos at this late stage should be just fine. It was freshly repaired, but immediately in the wars again. Taking a few hits from the Jackson Comet combo. Two there on the Comet. So we might be seeing another Valiant assault attempt, but a little bit low on munitions for it at the moment. 5 kills so far on that land mattress. Haven't really noticed its impact too much, if I'm honest. Okay, Major setting up. You can see now the sector's locked down. There's a bit of a giveaway of where the Major is. Make it a juicy howitzer target, but again the howitzer targeting a slightly unusual area, I would say. Much unit density over there. The Valiant assault activated again by the Will, but this time the suppression kicking in nicely. Bring a halt to the push. A little bit late on some of these retreats. Oh, land mattress. I could see maybe a land mattress on the battle group if the forward retreat was activated, but looks like it isn't. Doesn't get much mileage out of that. Land mattress. Second Comet in production for A13. At this stage probably needs some more engineers to keep the repairs going on those two. There's no rush munition spare to use the vehicle crew repairs. Nice close range grenade there, deeper in one. Panther coming in from the side. Jump back on that with the Sternpie, so quite expensive to reinforce now, but can reinforce it quite easily from the forward battle group.
Send your orders.
Second Jackson for A8, interesting.
300 points remaining.
Nexus are still very light on vehicles. The world doesn't have any. Let's put down all 3 tech trucks, so I'm guessing it's a King Tiger still, just hasn't been able to afford the manpower trying to service 3 Oversoldaten. So Double Jacksons had better keep that Panther well contained, otherwise they're really not amounting to much. Go another big Valiant assault push from the side from the world. Comets over here this time though. Oh, so the double Raketans. Gammon bomb out to stop the assault. Oh, the double Jacksons. Just a single Jackson actually, the other one's still out back. A lot of damage onto that Panther, but still alive. Got some howitzer fire coming through, and this time it gets a good hit for a change. Outright destroying that howitzer. I mean the kit and the stolen one. You can see a Fallschirmjäger are down to the paratroopers here though. Mattress into the center, maybe hoping to catch the Raketans, but they're long gone at this stage. The thing about that land mattress, it's less responsive when you want to turn around and fire at a particular target than most other rocket artillery pieces. Make it hard to get a good barrage off with it. Still only 5 kills with that now. That's up to 9 though. I'm just trying to get the cap off. Unsuccessful. They're not vetted up yet, so can't use that smoke grenade. Which would help them out a lot in this kind of scenario. Coming in to try and open up the capture though. With the Shrek squad coming forwards. Double Rakitten's also not too far behind. Comet has to be careful. Not to overstay its welcome. It's very low. Green's trying to finish the job and do get the decrew. Hopefully he pulls back to repair that up now. A13 still with just way too much float though. Needs some more repairs, I would say, first and foremost. Maybe you can consider, I know it may seem strange, but going for like a Bofors. Some anti-air, shoot down those sector assault planes. And maybe even just to like camp one over here, just stop those constant bag assault flanking pushes from the world, since he isn't really pushing up with vehicles to help deal with that, just the anti-tank guns. Okay, double Rakittens maybe seeing the smoke popping at the back here, going hunting. The Comet coming in from the side though, because this is fertile ground for a phosphorus shell. Just gonna blast them out the old-fashioned way. Axis have taken the lead though, up by about 60 points. Looks like the Shrek squad inside the building went down at some stage. Maybe they just dropped their Shrek actually. Only holding the sweeper. Oh, is this the end of the Panther? Rear armor exposed. What's that doing? Oh, big misplay there from Smile. And that was a big loss. Also has gone for all 3 tech trucks, so it looks like it's going to be a KT stall for Smile as well. And more on Park the World finally fielding this King Tiger. Has had to sacrifice some reinforcements to try and get out a touch earlier. And they're just hammering away at the forward truck. Still only 5 kills though. Double Over's coming in from the side.
Capture point is under attack.
Howard dropping fast. Oh, Howie out the back. Quick reaction from A8 though. Dodging away from that.
M8A1 is on the field.
And here come the double Comets looking to mop up this infantry. That was a devastating hit. The Ober's extremely low after that. Wipe on them. No anti-tank at all from Smile. No Rakittens. Never rebuilt one of those. Shreks also been dropped. So his teammate coming across to try and assist, but we got the P-47s coming in, and that's going to zone out the King Tiger. Double Comet's going to stick around, firing off the phosphorus on the double Rakittens. Axis in a state of disarray at the moment, getting completely overwhelmed. And now even the King Tiger in some trouble with the Jacksons and the Comets charging in after the kill. The Kittens retreated in the face of the phosphorus. And there we go, King Tiger ends up going down. Good coordination from the Allies. Catching the Axis at a vulnerable moment. Smile just so badly under strength, trying to stall for his King Tiger, and the timing was perfect for that, for the Allies, and the job done. Mines, of course, would have gone a long way to diffusing that kind of aggressive play, but we've seen any of those go down in this game. World still does have, you know, the double raket and still can get something going. And during that hectic action, the houses did stay alive. So it could be worse for the Axis. But yeah, now the Jacksons have started to vet up. Got to make it harder for the second King Tiger to really get anything going. Recon pass coming through. And we're just hitting vet there finally. So we've got the D crew on the infantry support gun. It's just about back up to full out the back.
A capture point is being
It seems like A13 is a pretty common mistake at these kind of levels, you know, just this is the army composition that he's very comfortable using.
The supply line's broken.
And never pushing that last 10 supply to maximize things. Double Comets charging in, getting on close. Throwing out some crew grenades. Oh, and those were nasty. Double Raken's extremely low after that. Throwing out the phosphorus now as well. King Tiger at the back getting some pretty good hits in. But not assisting the Raketans at all against the Comets. One of them goes down. Second one can survive, but not by very much. Come the double Jacksons from the side looking for the King Tiger. The World does have a lot of manpower free. Looks like he's trying to go for yet another King Tiger. But these double Comets, double Jacksons, the double King Tigers I don't think are going to be that effective. Don't have quite enough support. We do have a fresh Raketan coming through for Smile now. Jacksons are slamming home damage. Long range with the Pathfinder providing sight. Makes it so much easier to deal with those King Tigers when you got a long range sight tool like that.
All done over here.
Looks like A8's going to try to go for a forward retreat point again. Now it is ready to fire. It's 10 kills for how long it's been on the battlefield. Not very impressive. Similar story for the land mattress as well. See smoke from the Scott. Okay, fresh Scott from A8. It's pretty much putting him at 100 pop cap limit now. Triple cap against the Axis. Falling behind quite quickly now. They're not going to be rushed. Looks like the World giving up on the King Tiger hope is going to go for the Panther instead. Probably needs another Raketan to escort that. Still a Raketan decrewed over here. No, it looks like it might have been destroyed once and for all. And again, just nowhere near enough support for this Raketan. No snares from the World. Leaving the Comets just drive right on top of the Raketan very easily, and so fast now as well, those vetted up Comets. Full disrespect on the OKW infantry. Oh boy, that paratrooper squad just disappeared right there. Bit of flak-based damage comboing up with the King Tiger. Catch you later. The Panther coming through, but instantly fended off by the 6-pounder. repairs coming through on all of the vehicles at the moment. But now the world without any Raketen support, extremely vulnerable to the double comets. Trying to go for the recrew on this one, right under the nose of this comet.
What's the mission?
So he is going to be able to get it going. In fact, going to try to set it up here and go for the Faust. Bounce though. Here comes the land mattress into the center. Hitting too much. Okay, activating the Valiant Assault, getting in deep, but the double comets are there. This time it's not working out too well. Oh boy. Rolling forwards, we've got the Panther there, but it's too far away to really support. Could have got 2 or 3 shots off on these comets in the meantime. Now maybe driving a touch too close. Kitten's back at base, so no real support. So this was a half-baked Valiant Assault attack from the world. Didn't really have good support for the Fallschirmjäger attacking, and it doesn't amount to much because of that. 47's called in. King Tiger looks to be the target. Here comes the Comet. Double Jackson's not really surging in after it. Oh, here we go. In fact, he's got triple Jacksons. You can see that third one. And here they come now. Good phosphorus on the Raketen. Raketen from the other side, though. But this is just far too many vehicles on the Allied side. Completely overwhelming. Even if they lose one Jackson here, it's no big deal. The phosphorus didn't weaken that Raketen enough to get the kill. Oh boy, main gun crit. P-47's not going to come through for another pass though. Or will they? Will they come actually? Oh, and there goes the Panther. Thought they might have timed out, but they're just flown off the map for such a long time. They're doing that coming through for that final pass. And the Panther was mincemeat.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
You sit still against those P-47s, they can do some pretty big damage. Same with most of those anti-tank loiters. That the Axis, just look at them, they've got almost nothing left in terms of army size. And they finally throw in the towel. So yeah, from the Axis, I'd say I don't really like their starts. Just, 2 Volksgrenadiers, it's not enough to contest the early stages, I would say. And they didn't really follow that up by pushing out any Jaeger Lights or anything like that. Just very, very slow starts. Cost them a lot of control in the early stages. The world was making some pretty good pushes, and in fact the Axis in general, with Valiant Assault charging in, doing a lot of damage to the Allies' forward positions. But ultimately in the late stages, the Allies taking control of the double comets, doing a huge amount of damage. So quite a lot of misplays with the anti-tank guns. The Raketen's not really that strong for the Axis this game, and just generally the armor quite often unsupported and not really working out too well. So GG, good game, and well played by the Allies taking this one out. Well, anyway guys, wrap on that. If you like good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.